It is I, the Catnap. I will once again read the story of the Lorax. At the far end of town where the brick grass grows, and the wind smells slow and silent when it blows, and no birds ever seen excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the brick grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the brick grass grows. The old one still lives here. Ask him, he knows. You won't see the one side. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkin on top of his store. It looks in his lurkin cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled moof. And on special dank midnights in August he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He asks if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, it lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail in the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Then he pulls on the pail, makes a most careful count, to see if you paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub. You see the strange hole in his grubber's glove. Then he runs, I'll call you by whisper on the phone when the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slop! Down slumps the whisper phone to your ear, and the old one-size whispers are not very clear, since he has to come down through a snidely hose, and he sounds as if he has small as bees off his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, of his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swans ran out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots, resting about in their barbaloot suits, as they play in the shade and ate truffle of fruits. From the riverless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffle trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I do. In no time at all, I built a small shop. They chopped down a truffle tree with one chop. And with great skill, and with great speed, I took the soft top and I knitted a need. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset, and he shouted and popped. What's that feed you made out of one of my truffle tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree, and I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This bean is a need. A need is I find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses. It's far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who will buy that full need. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. But just at that moment, a chap came along, and he felt that the need I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax, you poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. I repeat, by the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all. To the radio phone, I put in a quick call. I called my brothers and my uncles and aunts. I said, listen, here is a wonderful chance for the whole Once-a family to get mighty rich. Get over your backs, and then roll to North Knit, to let it we all get sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Once-a family was working full tick. We're up knitting needs, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of trap for the trees. Then oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which went off 4 other trees at one smacker. We were making needs 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He said, I'm the Lorax who speak for the trees, which you seem to be talking as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who play in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happy live eating truffle of fruits. No thanks to you who are hacking my trees to the ground. There's not enough truffle of fruit to go around, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because their guys have no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good night, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the once felt sad, and I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not. But I had to grow bitter, so bitter I got. I bid her my factory, I bid her my roads, I bid her my wines, I bid her the loads of the needs I ship out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biddering, same worth needs. I bid her my money, which everyone needs. And again he came back, I was fixing some pipes, when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax, he coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuggled, and he sniffed. Once, sir, he cried with a coughless croak. Once, sir, you're making such smokeless smoke. My poor swanny swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smoke in his throat. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where would they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fight for a month or a year to escape from the smog you smothered around here. What's more, said the Lorax, his dander was up. Next if it was about cluppity-clup. Your machinery trots on day and night won't stop. Making cluppity-clup, also sloppity-slop. What do you do with this goo? I'll show you, you dirty old once-a-man, you. You're up in the barn where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for the gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off, all the future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and go woefully weary, and searching some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad, I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, am I right, sir? And I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, dear dogs, I'm figuring on bickering and bickering and bickering and bickering, turning the truffle of the tree into needs, which everyone needs. At that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So I don't time enough my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my car and drove away under the smoke star. Now all that was left neath the bad smelling sky was a big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, baffled glance. As if to himself by the seat of his pants. I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of his place, for all in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess, what a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. What that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. Now it's long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away for the years while my buildings have fallen apart. I worried about it with all my heart. But now, says the one sir, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls one sir. He lets him fall. It's a truffle seed. It's the last one of all. You are in charge of the last of the truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle tree with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest and protect it from actors that hack. From the Lorax, all his friends may come back. The end. I hope you like this story of the Lorax. You always protect your trees being chopped by the winter, and let the story grow with a big thumbs up and that notification button.